Yo, yo, yo. What is up, you guys? It is the long awaited 0101, Chapter 1, Episode 101. Trading Forex, right? How do we really get into it? So, I think some things we should go over today. Basically, obviously, expectations. It's going to be huge. What is Forex? What to expect? And just how to start, right? How do you get into it? Where do we go from like ground zip? Don't know nothing, right? Don't know nothing about this world. Um, I got my little webcam in the corner. It's the cribbo. I got like lizards right there. You can't really see them from so far away. Probably want to see them anyways, unless they're like up at the glass. But just some chill stuff. Um, right away we'll get into it. Really, expectations, bro. It's something that I would say treat it like a college course. Some people probably start before college. It's something you want to take 100% like serious, right? Like this could be a whole career for somebody. This could be a whole lifestyle. This could be a side hustle. This could be whatever you make of it, right? So the more time and effort you put into it, the sooner you'll be able to get to that point where like it just takes off for you and it's what you want out of it, right? You don't want to have to spend years on years trying to study something and putting it off and coming back and putting it off and trying to make something out of something that you're not able to put your all into. Honestly, that's probably the best way to go about it at first. I would say honestly, the right route, it should take you probably less than 2 years easily to know what you need to know and be very, very excellent, efficient, and profitable in Forex. If you have a mentor and everything helping you out, oh yeah, definitely less than 2 years. If you're going at it just random and doing what you can, maybe a little bit of chat GPT and a little bit of YouTubing, it may take you longer. I'm not saying to buy some crazy $2,000 course, but like as long as you're going at it with a direct approach, knowing what you need to research, it shouldn't take you that long at all. And there's many ways where you can start being profitable from day one. We'll kind of get into that, but first thing first, right? Where would you even really start? I would say put most of your effort into learning it before you try to actually be on the charts doing it, right? One place I always like to put people is babypips.com, right? This is no sponsors in any of this video, but this is a website, right? That like they will literally get you started like you know nothing about currencies or nothing about what forex is. Really simple. You go up to the corner. You can easily hit my webcam might be covering, but there's a little sign in, a little join. You make a free account. This is what it's gonna look like when you make a free account. You go over to learn at forex. They gotta learn crypto, trading news. I would ignore all that for now. Just go straight to learn forex. Right? It's gonna start you a whole course where you're literally, and you can see I didn't really fully do this either because I use it more of a reference, right? There's a lot in here that I'm just already knew, so I didn't need to go over a course of reading through it. The lessons were I just already knew. I've been in this game for about 5 years. It's some of this stuff just comes a lot easier, right? What is forex teaching you? The fundamentals, like what even is it, right? How, uh, what type of financial market it is, what is traded in forex, right? What type of currencies, buying and selling currency pairs, forex market size and liquidity. This is going to be huge for you. I don't know why that's a huge, but like it's just easy, readable text. In the bottom somewhere, they may have like little quizzes or little yes and no things. This is how you keep track. I'm not gonna click it because honestly, I didn't even read through that. But this is definitely somewhere you want to start learning about like what forex is, right? If you have like no understanding of like what's going on here, this is a great place to start. Why is that? Because obviously, right? You click forex, how to trade forex. Ignore the quizzes for now. You start preschool. You probably could just hit get started. Oh, but hit continue. 101, right? What is forex? You even have a listening section now. They didn't have this when I first started out. Right? It's a global financial market that allows you to trade one currency to another, right? From the dollar to the euro, from the yen to other currencies, pound, won, a bunch of different currencies, all right? It probably grown since this number, but it says it's a 7.5 trillion Oh, okay, trillion a day trade volume. So that's how much money is being in and out of the market, just moving each day. That's the monster of the New York Stock Exchange. And or not even, yeah, the New York Stock Exchange is kind of showing you how big that guy is compared to the whole forex market, right? So forex is a little bit bigger uh monster of liquidity. It shows you the average trade volumes, kind of giving you a real insight of it, what it could really be like. What is traded in forex, right? Simple answer is money, specifically currencies, and just go into it all in all, right? One thing they always kind of reference when I was learning forex is like if you go to another country and you're at the airport at one of those currency exchanges, right? You gotta put up X amount of dollars for wherever that country's currency is of the country you're going to, right? It may not be like $1 is going to equal one of that country's dollar. It may be like 1.5, 1.2, 0.98 of that other currency dollar. So this is where they can compare how much you should get for how much you're given, right? And when obviously these prices aren't fixed, right? So $1 could equal 1.5 yen, which is it's not, but it could, right? And a day later, it could equal 1.4, 1.6. It fluctuates up and down. That's where when you see the currency pairs that you're trading between the currencies, this is where you can see those fluctuations, price differences. This is where people actually go into the markets with millions, billions of dollars and trade those fluctuations go up and down to actually make a profit. And that's basically what's going on there. So once you kind of get a nice little beginner learning knowledge from baby pips, right? It goes so far. Kindergarten, elementary. I would say once you get to about middle school, you're kind of far enough where you can start trying to learn somewhere else, right? I will show you some YouTube videos, channels that you could use as references. Another course I'm gonna recommend that I actually like. I've been on that one since it came out. I'll show you that in a second. High school, right? I was trying to dive through a little bit of high school because a lot of this is pretty important, but um, it's gonna be kind of hard to understand these things if you don't even know kind of like what a pip is, lot sizes, right? That's the main thing about forex is pips, lot sizes, um, your wage, risk management, types of charts, support resistant lines, Japanese candlesticks. This is what a lot of people trade when they're trading forex. It's Japanese candlesticks. And there's gonna be certain patterns, kind of just show you like, okay, this is where buyers are really taking over. This is where sellers are really taking over. It's gonna help you with your analysis to be able to follow the trend and be able to make your money in the fluctuation. Right? Fibonacci is a nice tool. You gotta be able to use a Fibonacci. Moving averages, a lot of people use these. It's pretty helpful, definitely. And then more indicators. I'm to the point in my trading career where I don't use any indicators. Maybe I'll just peep like a RSI. I use some tools like Fibonacci, but indicators like this, I'm not much of a scalper. But okay, here's the RSI, right? But like, I would not make it a challenge for myself to have to learn each and every one of these, especially starting out. It's cool to get familiar with them, how they work, what they would be able to show you if you um wanted to utilize them, but I want to make it crucial. Be like, all right, I need to know what Bollinger Bands are. I need to know what a Kepner channel is, all that good stuff. All right, so I just took a moment to pause to log into the second part that I would focus on. Once you get, a good understanding where you are on Forex, baby pips, after you hitting learn Forex, go into that how to trade and getting good base knowledge, right? Complete preschool all the way through, all the way through. It may take you a couple days, could take you a couple weeks if you're not really focused on it. Kindergarten, you complete more lessons I have, right? Please, like, get through kindergarten, end up in like where we at? I would say fifth grade of elementary to really move on to where somewhere else. Take notes. Really challenge yourself to learn all of these. as soon as possible. You want to get super familiar with these because you want to get to the point where this is like second nature. Like if I go into any of these things, I just already know, right? I don't need to familiar familiarize myself with support resistant lines, coloring levels, because I already know what those look like, how to find them, the concept of it, right? Trend lines, trend channels, all that. Just especially psychological levels. Get familiar with all that stuff. Get through all of this, and once you're through all of that, right, I feel like you'll know a good base amount of knowledge to move from the all the reading lessons that I mean you could really bust those out in a week or two if you really got the time and dedication for it. Next place I'm gonna send y'all to um toptieracademy.com. It kind of shows up differently here. I'm already logged in. This is something I already fully completed. It's really cool. It's a free sign up. They teach you some good things. There's some high like I don't know, names I would say kind of like celebrities in the industry who really back up top tier traders. I love top tier traders. So you see like there's all these things already completed. I don't know why it says 99. It's like somewhere in the in that it doesn't give me the 100, but from basically you're going to have to start from intro to the academy. Um basically the first one. Everything else is gonna be locked. You got to go through it section by section. It's gonna be cooler because it actually has videos that you can watch, right, with a little bit of reading, a little bit of easier to take notes, and then you just complete it as you're going through. All right, it kind of shows you the modules it'll go put you through and what to expect for each one, where you can really learn about things. So this is pretty choppy, right? I love how they start with psychology because that is a huge part of trading, the kind of the instruments, and just go forth. It's gonna be really cool to go through this. A lot of notes. I think this took me, I want to say around 18 to 20 days of me just really locking in and getting this done. There may have been a couple days where I didn't even look at it, but like when you're taking notes and you're going through things, you're actually trying to soak it all in. It's gonna take you a little bit longer, but if you just kind of read the video or watch the videos and just kind of skip it through it all and cheat the exams, you probably get through it a lot quicker than I have. Some people might take a couple months. I sent some people to this and they took like 4 months, but afterwards, like the the people who completed this like academy, I'll call it right here, this free academy, they are like super profitable, super quick. Like you didn't even know how to trade forex before or even really understood what it was before taking this academy. Afterwards, like they just like hop on a chart and then they just kind of gamble a bit on a demo account, press buy or sell, but they are like boom, oh look, I'm up $50. Oh my gosh, I just made another $100. It's like wow, bro, like it's crazy how they kind of just something within it just clicks for them. It's really beautiful to see. How I will go about this, you can probably take a quiz and get, I think it's like 70% that you need to pass these quizzes. I will go through all of these and try to score 100% before moving on. Even if you get 4 out of 5 and they let you move on anyways, go back until you get 100% because this is something that you want to make sure that you fully understand all the way through. Like this is still beginner material. This is still like things that you need concrete, like bulletproof knowledge in your brain that you don't want to forget. You don't have to use this as reference. I would use some of this stuff as a good reference, but I just really haven't. Probably like in the deeper ones. I remember there's something I was waiting for so long. I think it's like the fundamental analysis, right? In the market dynamics. Some of those are just like so crucial to see. So we may just go through one, just because I'm gonna go through a top down analysis eventually, just so you can see what this video look like. So you can see I don't want to say they dumb it down, but like they really make sure like you're on pace, that you understanding, and this is something that you can go back and replay as many times as you need. So definitely get your notes in, definitely kind of dwell into it, and go off, bro. Don't try to cheat yourself here because this is for you, right? This is what you do for yourself. It doesn't cost any money to sign up. You get all this free, great information, and they may even have a deal for you at the end. I doubt they're still running this discount. When I did it, I think it was a lot more because I did it like right when it came out. So they might have switched it to it's only 15%, but like all that stuff, it's kind of already completed for me. So all the way to the end, right? Congrats, trader. You completed the academy. You ready to head to the field. If you get to here, man, this is where I have people who are in my Discord and trading with me. This is where I have them kind of check back in with me. Like this is where we need to go through, and then I'll go through all of these, ask them questions about kind of like each one, right? And just kind of ask them more questions than what the quiz will give you, making sure they get a good deep analysis of it. And if not, that is something that we'll go over a lot more, especially trade execution. This is something that's more so specific to forex and options and futures, all that. Future doesn't use lot sizes, right? You don't need to know lot size to trade options. So this is something that you have to know in order to trade forex. That's how you know um if you're risking $10, if you're risking 100, we're risking 1,000 within um 1% of a price, right? So this is where everything will really get cooking. I love these two things, baby pips, top tier academy, and then everything else. Like I could go through and recommend some YouTube channels, but this is honestly where I would start because I'm gonna even get it going in my YouTubes, right? So obviously this is not direct approach where I'm like showing you guys exactly what you need or just going through these academies myself and just giving you the same information they are. But once we get like way deeper, this is where like all the information is going to go straight to you guys rather than sending you to, oh, this platform or this video, this channel or this website, right? Like we're going to go through all this, but this is like so beginner stuff. And I like went through the phases just doing so much of the beginner, like broad beginner stuff. So before we even hop on the chart and look at the trading pair, that like I'm just like exhausted because how can I keep elevating, getting better, and staying open minded, being more knowledgeable, and I'm still trying to talk about what a lot size is or what simple things like that is, right? Keep calculating a pip, bro. I can see one price and see a different price and know exactly how many different pips it is and calculate my risk and calculate how far my take profit can be and my entries all almost in my head, right? I don't even really need a calculator or a reminder that I'm only risking 4, 3, 2, 1% of a trade or how much risk management I need for these trades. So we're going to kind of end it there. It's probably going to be a pretty raw video. Um, most of these videos will be like this where I'm just going to get straight to it, kind of put out the information there. Not looking to put up too much for like editing or kind of like make it a little bit more efficient. I'm gonna just make sure everything's clear, the video looking right, and nothing's like too crazy, like my voice is not too choppy or none of that stuff. But other than that, man, we're gonna kind of keep it straight and on point, bro. This is what it's mostly gonna look like for the rest of the chapter. As we go up and elevate, we might get like a better camera or um may put more edits into obviously the camera screen. But for now, bro, we're gonna just keep it raw. We're gonna keep it very straight to the point, and I'll see y'all for episode 2.